Hello, members. Just hold on one second. I just got home and still kind of like getting settled. I just realized I don't have my drink, but I don't really care. I will do this without my drink. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. I feel, honestly, we have 3 members left. We had 5. Now we have 3. And I'm kind of going like, do I give this up? Do I not? But I know to keep the members going. Like, I just know I'm going to give it a year. And it's only been like about a month or so. And I'm going for a year with this membership. So whenever I feel like I need to do a reading because it says like members only, I will do one. And I might, by the end of this month, have 1 member left. And I really don't care. I'm like, man, then people are just going to be getting more personal readings being a member. Yeah. Like, honestly, I love these readings. Like, I really do. I mean, I love how chill it is. And it's just like, I don't got to worry about a whole bunch of people seeing it. You know? I like it. I might like it more than the members do. Ha! Okay. Sorry, I really did need to get my coffee. And like, I'm going to really get thirsty here soon, so. You know what I just heard? Open the Lion's Gate. What the fuck does that mean? Weird. Open up the Lion's Gate. Open up the Lion's Gate and look what came out. A tiger. Like, that's pretty close to a lion. It's pretty much the closest you can get. Oh my gosh. Each one of these cards is in reverse. High Priestess, 4 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. 6 of Swords and Limbo. Mother of Wands. I feel like somebody's controlling somebody. This High Priestess in reverse here. Maybe it's your mother. Mother, are you there? I love you. I never meant to hit you over the head with that shovel. I was wondering if that's an Eminem line from like one of his like very first albums back in the day. I've been saying it recently. Mother, are you there? I love you. I never meant to hit you over the head with that shovel. And it makes my sister like laugh to the point of like almost peeing her pants. There's the Father of Cups. So we got this mother and this father here with the 6 of Swords right in the middle of it. I feel like somebody has very overbearing parents. And there's the World card was sticking out. Their authority over you is done. Oh my gosh, look at that. As if the flap of a butterfly's wings. And these parents get their authoric roles taken away from them, just like that. And that's what happens when you abuse your role, you know, as a parent, you abuse your role as a teacher, you abuse your role in any way, then, you know, the world will find out about it and take that away from you, right? Like you know now what's happening with abusive teachers and people who are in these roles of authority with children. If they are treating them badly, what's happening is these children are coming back and they're coming back home and they're not the same. And the parents are going like, what the fuck is wrong with my kid? Like, it goes to school, like he comes home and he's all depressed. But then, he wakes up in the morning, he's in a good mood, but then he knows he's going to go to school. And then all of a sudden he gets depressed again. Like, why is my kid just suddenly getting depressed? Like, my kid is not depressed. And it's like, so now what parents are doing, because their kids are lashing out like this, or they're changing when they go to school, they're sending them with like video cameras and recording devices. So then they can record it's total entrapment, and parents can't use it against the teacher in a court of law, but they can use it for protection of their child. To say like, listen, I told you something was wrong with this teacher and you didn't listen to me, and I sent my kid to school with a recording device and listen to how she talked to him. You're going to tell me that that's the right way that a parent or a teacher or somebody is supposed to be talking to my child? Give me a fucking break. Like, that's abuse. But because for the most part nowadays, it's like people are doing these jobs because if they don't do the job, they're going to lose their house. They're going to lose their life. They're going to lose their little comfy pillow. So it gets them angry to have to work for a life. People get very entitled and they want society to pay for their life for them. They want somebody else paying their debt. They want somebody else paying their dues. They want somebody else paying for their child. They don't want to do it because they don't feel like they have to do it because they were coerced into having the child to begin with, or they were coerced into the relationship to begin with, or whatever the fuck case may be that people use as an excuse. Okay. So I feel like this high priestess in reverse, okay, is a child, daughter of cups. Okay, they act from such a vulnerable place that they think that what they're saying is correct, but really it's a very vulnerable place. And when something is so small and so fragile like that, really shouldn't be acting out like it knows everything. That duckling is not like, I know everything. I don't need my parents. I can go out on my own. Like, no, you can't. Right? No, you can't. And any straight parent would know that too. Like, you don't just send your kid off in the middle of nowhere and say like, well, I wonder if he makes it. Ha ha ha. Fucking idiot. Like the way you treat your kids is the way that you are in this world. Like that defines you as a person, as a character. Right. And that's why honestly, for the most part, I don't hang out with children. I don't want to be around children. I don't want children in my life. And the reason why is because I don't want to be an influence on those children. I do not want to do something or say something and then that child picks that dirty habit up from me. Like, I'm not a parent. There's a reason why I'm not a parent. I do things a little bit off the book. I do things that are a little bit different than everybody. And I wouldn't want to have a kid. I'm like, there are people out there that don't want children, never wanted children, didn't even want to be a child, didn't even want to be here, let alone procreating and having my own, right? There are a bunch of us around, right? And I feel like maybe that's what your parent turned into. But the difference is with your parent didn't want to be a parent, but had you anyways. And when that's the case, then they go and they blame their parents. Like, why did you tell me to become an adult? Why did you tell me to become a parent and I could do this? This is the hardest thing. And you made it look so easy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, your parents or your parents' made it look so easy because they actually wanted the job. When somebody wants the job, fucking right, it looks easy because that parent's actually doing it because they want to. They're not doing it because they're forced to and they have to, right? So I feel like somebody was very unsuccessful. Like maybe your parents broke up at a very young age. Okay, maybe something that they thought was going to open up the picture for them and seal the deal for them and set this life, and it didn't. It actually went nowhere. Okay, and it's no one's fault. There's nobody to blame in this. Like sometimes relationships just don't work out and sometimes people were supposed to come together to have a child and then that's their mission and then they break up. They go their separate ways, right? But it doesn't mean like just because the relationship isn't active anymore that parents are just allowed to disassociate from being a parent because their spouse isn't around anymore, right? It's like, this Mother of Wands is acting defensive, and I feel like she's acting defensive because there are things that she has hidden from you. Okay, Seven of Swords. There are things that she has hidden from you and she doesn't want you to know about it. There's information. I just heard family secrets. There could be family secrets. There could be knowledge that she's actually hidden from you, and she's hidden it from you because maybe she treats you like a child. Maybe she acts like You know, like my stepmother, the reason why the excuse that she uses as to say why she doesn't want to speak to me about things that happened in my childhood, she says that she doesn't want that reaction from me. That she doesn't deserve to get sat in front of me and listen to what she has to say. She thinks that I'm going to be abusive towards her, that I'm going to act out towards her. And I said to myself, like, well, what if I did? What if I did act out? What did you do to me? Like you don't want, because she's in the parent role, right? She thinks that she doesn't have to bend over and take something because of what she dealt out. So she just says, I don't deserve how Whitney's going to react. So I don't need it. Leave me be. I'm going to go over here. She can fuck off from the family. And it's like, oh, what? Because you can't take it. She can't take it. She can't take a single thing that she's done. She'll hand out poison all day, but you ask her to take a sip, she throws it back in your face, right? And it's those kind of entitled little bitches. I feel like this is like that entitled feminine role of like acting defensive and being like, I know what's good for you, I can defend you. But then when it comes down to actually defending them, she'll just probably eat the eggs. She'll just eat you alive. Right? Because it's not about defending you. It's only about defending you when there's somebody around that's watching. And then when that person is not around watching anymore, when this Father of Cups isn't around, then the real guns come out with this Mother of Wands again. Where she, because that's the thing, is she's a Mother of Wands, so if she learned how to use her powers properly, she would use that anger and that angst and all that betrayal inside of her to defend the child, not to defend itself against a child, right? So she waits for the father to not be around, and then she could also say that she's got some type of money wrapped into you and it's not, you don't allow money to go anywhere, or if she does something for you money wise and she has to control it, and she might have this Father of Cups wrapped up in money as well. Like everything is in the apparatus. There's nothing outside. Right? Which is why this Two of Pentacles is so funny, because it seems like these people get hit with this Two of Pentacles. Like, oh, you think you have two ideas? Poof! Then it turns into three and they have to split their money. But they don't want to. Ooh, I almost feel like we're trapping this mother and this father in between this 2 and 4 here. It's like the universe is trapping them. They're figuring out a way to trap them. And they have to give their money to a third party. That's what I feel like. They could be wrapping you up in a lot of things and or they've trapped you in some way with their words, and you can't spread your wings and speak and get free if you tried. Because every time you do, you get sliced. Sliced. And the reason why you're getting sliced is because of the 7 of Swords. Because they're holding back this vital piece of information, and they're just hiding it because they want to, because the more that they hide it, the more it makes you hide. So they're hiding this vital piece of information, and it's keeping you locked up. And obviously this is affecting your mission. It's starting to affect your life in a very negative way. It's already negative as it is, but it's physically starting to affect your life in a negative way. And I think it's because of this Father of Cups. I think it's because this masculine energy is just looking at the love of things, and their back is turned to the fire. It's like they don't see what this person does because it's behind their back. So they just go with what they see all the time. And it's like, well, there's your fucking problem. They're doing all this shit behind everybody's back and behind your back. And you won't look at it because you're claiming to just only see love. I see love. And then this man acts like everything's entangled in his heart, and he has to act like he's got to defend the woman when the woman is already defensive enough. She's attacking things, saying that she's defending something, but there's nothing there to defend. You're not a baby. So why does she feel like she has to defend you, but at the same time, like, brutalize you and stab you in your back because the one that's supposed to be paying attention isn't? So this person gets away with whatever they want to do. And I'm sorry, but like, there are people that I know that allow women or feminine energies to act like crazy fucking bitches, and they turn their back on it because their wives are good looking, or because they don't want to have to go and look again. They would rather just stay in the shitty, lifeless relationships that they're in while watching their spouse rip somebody a new asshole when it had nothing, they didn't do anything wrong. Right? It's like a lot of vicious attacks. And this person has done nothing wrong. So, like, how do you justify that? You know, like, you can't act like this overbearing parent to an adult. Like, it's over with. Whoa. Okay, did you just see that card? That's the card that just like flipped up and went onto the ground. Fuel was there too. With idiot. So they fueled some type of fire. This high priestess, she really believed that what she was saying was the truth. And I think it's been sex between these two people. That's the energy, that's the fuel that somebody needs, and then they turn into an idiot. And you know what pussy does to dudes. Like, guys, they'll just start drooling over it. And it's pathetic. It's like that pussy can turn men into idiots. Literally, idiots. And you wonder, and you watch that woman just whip that man instantly, and there goes that man's balls for life. You know, and I feel like that's what this high priestess did, is they used sex. Sex was their motivator. This person is a monster, okay? And monsters would use sex. That's what they want to do. They want to control people. And how do you control people? Well, you want to feel that power in between your legs, don't you? Of course you do. So the big, beautiful black cat is here with fighting. So what I believe is going to happen to this Mother of Wands and this Father of Cups is a fight is going to break out between the two of them. Okay? This is a prophecy. So this is, the universe is expecting this to happen. Okay? This is a very, very high, possibility that this is going to happen. Okay, this is the exit. This is how we get these people away, or how we get you slipped under the radar. Okay, with this World card, there's caution, slow down with cycles and the clock. So something is due to be up, and it's obviously the relationship of these two people is doomed to die. Okay, we got 911 emergency. We've got gossiping with liar and completely toxic. So this person has been gossiping. I think this has been about you. I think this person's been gossiping behind your back, and the universe is over it. They're done with listening to this person talk shit, because if the gossip was real, okay, if the gossip was true, then it's kind of like, well, you know what, you got to eat shit. When you put something out there in the universe and it's fucked up, then sometimes you got to eat shit for it. But I don't think that what you did was worth eating shit for. So this person going around and chirp, 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 it's actually like now the table is turning, right? Because it wasn't information that was true about you. It was them saying it to get people on their side. It was them chirping things, so then they would just keep making you look bad. You look bad. That was all about making you look bad because you ruined something for them. So they wanted to come in and ruin something for you. Okay? So they've just been gradually talking shit about you. And it's all lies. It's all lies. They're saying that you're the complete toxic one, that you're the one that's poisoning people, that you're the one that is convincing people and brainwashing people into believing your side when really it's them. They're the ones doing it. You might not have talked to anybody, but they don't know that. So they're going to go out and they're going to get their story out. This actually is reminding me of my cousin. I was out on New Year's Eve with there was a lot of people there, but my cousin was there with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend hit on me really bad. And like right in front of this guy that I was dating. And it made me really upset. So I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really know what to say because this guy was a fucking piece of work. Like the shit he said to me one night, I might as well have been a cheap fucking whore in his eyes. I couldn't believe it. So my cousin was getting ready to move in with him, and I had lived with her at the time. And I said, oh, you're going to move in with him? And she's like, yeah, I'm really excited, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, maybe we should like plan to like have a night and talk one night. And, just like we used to. And she was like, why? What did he do? And I was like, what do you mean? Why do you just automatically expect it's about him? And she's like, well, obviously you have something to say. What, did he hit on you? And we got into the biggest fight. And at the time, my ex-boyfriend was stalking me beyond the grave. Like, honest to God, I didn't know what this guy was going to do to me. And I was to and from the cop station at the time while this shit was happening. And I told my cousin, I was like, listen, I've been advised to move, so I'm going to start looking for an apartment, but like, I don't have anything yet. It could take me forever, but I'm just letting you know. She called the landlord that night and said to give up the apartment. I had 3 days to move out. I didn't even speak to her. My car at the same time caught on fire while I was at work. So I was driving a rental. Then I had no apartment. And now my boyfriend's stalking me. 3 things. Like, my life was crumbling. And she kicks me out of the apartment. And all because a fucking Carter. She ends up marrying this guy, having a baby. And I can remember people going over to their house, and my cousin was fucking with girls with her husband sitting there eating popcorn and watching. She was so desperate to get him to pay attention to her. And then I remember we saw them at a bar. Actually, we saw my cousin at a bar. And I didn't talk to her, obviously. My sister went over. She caught my sister's eye. My sister went over just to say hi. And right away, my sister was like, well, I'm getting a divorce, blah, blah, blah. So life's pretty good. And my cousin goes, yeah, I'm either going to get a divorce or have a baby. My cousin is like 10 years older than me, okay? And my sister goes, oh, yeah, okay, that's a divorce or a baby. What'd she end up doing? She ends up getting knocked up. So she has a baby with this guy now who doesn't even fucking like her, okay? Hates her. But she's doing this out of spite, okay? Because she wanted to be happy. I wasn't trying to take her happiness away from her. I was trying to acknowledge the fact that what she was about to marry was a fucking scumbag. And where are they now? Divorced, separated, and trying to raise a child. And I thought, like, I told you about this. I warned you, but you didn't want to listen to me. And then you went around to my family and she talked so much shit. So my family was like, your cousin deserves to be happy. Your cousin. I was getting shit on by everybody in my family, to the point where I gave up. I stopped talking to them. I was like, go fuck yourselves. He hits on me and you all come after me. And then of course they get married and it's like, let Bobby be happy, Whitney. Let Bobby be happy. She deserves to be happy. She's been waiting for this forever. Her boyfriend at the time treated me like I was a cheap fucking whore that would just jump on his dick in the bathroom. But yeah, I'm sorry. Cousin, please make a beautiful life with this man. Honestly, I just saw a flying ladybug outside of my room. There he is again. He really wants to get in. Sometimes I swear I gotta put screens on these windows because the amount of ladybugs that fly into my room should be against the law. There's not supposed to be that many ladybugs flying into somebody's room. So I don't know if that's a sign for somebody, but let me tell you, like, sometimes when your friends or your family think that they're so smug about something, they want this, they deserve it, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to give this to you. Do it. Do it. See what a life is like with this person. Really? If you think I'm going to break your fucking little full house down, it's a fucking TV show. Like, people are so dumb, but women, they just victimize themselves. I deserve this. I want to be happy. Could you believe it? She's actually trying to ruin my life by telling you that you're about to marry a scumbag. That's ruining your life? Okay. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm Sherlock. Okay? I'm Benedict. And these people come to me like Molly with their gay boyfriends. And I just go, gay. You know, like nobody else is going to tell you the truth because they all are trying to buy you. I don't want to buy anybody. I don't care. I'm going to tell you the truth. I always stick to the truth. That's what I do. You don't like it? Don't be around me. Whitney, that was a little harsh. Whitney, that was a little harsh. Yeah, the truth hurts. It's like salt in a wound. It ain't supposed to feel good if you don't want it to. But I'm telling you, once you let that truth settle in for a little bit and you clean that wound out, you're going to feel a lot better once you knew. Like, honestly, if my cousin would have known that she was about, because I never told my cousin what this guy said to me. I never told anybody what he said to me. And that is kind of like between me and me, because I'm the only one that knows what he said to me that night. And I think it's fucking hilarious that she doesn't know. I think it's hilarious that she married him. I think it's hilarious that she acted like a victim so that she could go and get a marriage proposal. Like, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. But you're marrying a false person. They're not there because they want to be there for you. And I'm trying to have your back because I knew it was going to end up like that. But she said she deserved it. She deserved to get married. She deserved to have a kid. Okay, well, maybe you should wait for the right guy and not some dude who lives in his mom's basement that doesn't want to work, who plays video games all day and masturbates. Maybe you should find a grown-up guy, you know, one that's got his shit together. Just saying, right? But fuck me, though, right? Like, this is what I'm getting from these people. Is like, they got the wrong information. They're just going around and spreading it. And it's like, you're going to tell me that I'm the toxic one? The one that's telling people the truth, that's going out of my way to tell people the truth, that's getting shit on a daily basis because of this truth that I decide to tell them. And I'm the asshole? I'm the toxic one. I'm the one that's spreading the poison? Not the one that doesn't want the lies straightened out, but the one who speaks truth? Like, people will use big words and energy to make people like us feel very small so that nobody listens to them, so that they can sleep, you know, continue to live sleeping in their crackhead world. And I'm okay with that now. It used to bother me when people didn't know the facts about me, and it used to bother me to get the story straight. And actually, I've been thinking so much about Lorena Bobbitt. And for like the last year now, turns out she's got a documentary, which I just watched yesterday with my sister, this mini series. It was for hours. I didn't know it was so long. It was hours. And let me tell you, Lorena was so abused with this trial, with how the public reacted to what she did. She had to wait 30 years to fully get her story, her side of the story out. And if you look at John Wayne Bobbitt now, okay, he made fame off of what she did to him. He did pornos, he did press, he traveled the world. He at one point was the most famous person in the United States of America. Then the real story came out about what he did. And people went, oh, maybe I shouldn't have supported that guy for so long. No. You wanted to take a fucked up story and make somebody look good. And when Lorena finally got to tell her side of the story, sure, it took 30 years. And now she gets to laugh about it. And John has been sending her love letters for 30 years. She's remarried with children. She's reading his letters at the end, and she goes, like, I cut your penis off. Leave me alone. And I thought, and then the directors ask him, hey, John, like, what's with all the letters to Lorena over the years? And he goes, oh, yeah, I think she reached out to me first, and I don't really want to talk about that. Like, he's fucking the biggest loser in the entire world. He even tried to do penile surgery, and the fucking doctor botched his dick. That's how much this guy, there were reported instances of him raping multiple women. He tied one woman up. She thought she was going to die. He told her that she wasn't going to make it out alive. Like he got off. Technicality. And now his dick permanently doesn't work. And I thought to myself, like, it got surgically put back on because of medicine. And even where we were at in 1994. But he abused with his organ, they called it the whole time, with his organ for another like 20 years. Or like 10 years after that. I don't know how many years it was. But he continued to abuse and then had the surgery and got a botched dick. So the universe took his organ away from him twice. And by the time he turns into an old man and can't use it, I don't know if he can use it now, it'll be 3 times that his organ was deactivated. I mean, tell me that's not the best revenge story you could ever hear possible. And she just gets to sit there now, known as being the woman who snapped and did the one thing that every woman who's ever been abused wants to do. But it took 30 years. You know, and that's the sad thing, is people wait in prison sometimes to get out and get a private investigator and then prove to the court that they were just incarcerated for no fucking reason. Right? Like, how people have to wait for justice to come through. But the awesome thing is that justice always comes through. It's just not how you think it's going to, because it's never going to come out like it has with somebody else. It's always going to be different because we're all different. So we have to wait. And that's really hard for people to do. But in that waiting process, you do a lot of work for yourself, right? And that's the awesome part. That's the payback, is all the work that you do while these people are trying to destroy you. Right? 8 of Pentacles. It honestly seems like they've held back your ability to weave your net. Okay? And catch what you need to. There's the Emperor, and we've got the 10 of Cups. So I feel like this is like stability coming in. Right? Where the finances come back together and the stability comes back, and it's like you get your feet back on the ground again and you feel good about your stance. You feel good about the situation that you're in because you feel powerful again. It's like these people, they knew how powerful you are, so they tried to manipulate that power into people believing that you were completely toxic. So you just toxify the air and then walk away, and then people don't want to breathe you in. They don't want anything to do with you. But what you were breathing out, what you were seeping into reality, was the truth. They just didn't want people to see that. So we've got Aries energy. Oh, there's Leo right there. So we got double fire sign with 5 of Cups. Like, you're overcoming this. I mean, that's what's so funny is when people do things to you, okay, when they fuck you over, when they stop you, oh, there's the Sun with the 4 of Swords, healing, 8 of Wands, like quick, fast healing, okay? And it's like when people do things to you in your life, okay, and they force you to grow up too fast or support yourself too early or be the only one that's got your back, you know, very unsupported, they begin to put you into this category, okay? And this category is the category of people think you're fucking crazy. But what they don't know is that you've reached a mastery level where if you, open the Lion's Gate. There's the lion. That's what we talked about. Opening the Lion's Gate. Okay. Literally what I'm getting now is like opening the Lion's Gate. There are lions behind this gate, but you open it anyways. And you open it and you stand there. And I can see these lions. Like there's 4 of them. I can see them. Oh, well, I mean, that actually, that's kind of like how I'm seeing it. Like, you're the lamb in the middle, and then the lions come around like the swords, okay? But they've already eaten, and they're not pissed off. So they sniff you. I can see one of them licking you, you know, like, I wonder what you taste like, you know? Could have some nice lotion on your skin or something. And they just stand there. And you're like, okay, is that it? And then they just walk away. And you're like, okay, that's easy. Like, I knew they were fine. I knew they weren't going to do anything. And it's like your channel, okay, is so high now because of what they did, that you have the ability to read a situation that's so dangerous and know when to open the gate because you're going to be fine. Because you've acquired these skills that let you know when you're in danger and when you're not in danger. Obviously, these people put you in a lot of dangerous energy, which made you at a standstill. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? But because you stood still, that's what you would do with a lion or whatever. You wouldn't, you know, like that's what they say to do. You just stand still. Just don't act like you're going to do anything to them. Because if they feel like you're going to fuck with them, they're going to fuck with you, and they're stronger than you. But they're also mentally stronger as well. So you've gotten your mental capacity up to the point where you could literally look at a lion and determine when to take that flower out of his mouth. Because if he's hungry and you try to touch it, you're going to get fucking your hand broken off. But if he's not hungry, he's just ate, and he's pleasant, and he's happy, you give him a little pat on the head, take that flower right out of his mouth. He's not going to give a shit. He's not going to do anything to you. Right? So you've gotten to like that level. And your parents are like, she's completely toxic. Fuck her. What do you mean? How is that the one that's completely toxic? I just read this whole room, got the flower out of the fucking lion's mouth. You're telling me I'm the one completely toxic? You go and do that now. I'm going to put this back in his mouth. And you go. And you get it out of his mouth. If you think it's so fucking easy, if you think I'm so toxic, you think everything that's coming through my mind has got fucking I have no idea what I'm talking about, go and do it. They do, and they get eaten. Because they're not paying attention. They're never paying attention. They're high priestesses in reverse. So they're just blurred. You know, and I can see that. I can see like, you know, a woman who's got like a blindfold on, and she's got earplugs in her ears, and she's running around, you know, and she thinks that she knows where she's going. But if she were to just stop and let her partner guide her, she wouldn't be doing what she's doing. But some people go above and beyond when they feel like they're being threatened by somebody. I don't know why you threaten this person, considering they're the ones that are acting like the child. And they're the ones holding back something from you. So if they're holding back something from you, why are they saying that you're the problem? It's like they're blaming their actions on you. Like, how narcissistic is that? They're choosing not to do something because they're acting out of something either you said you did or something they think you are. And because they're so, like, set on having people believe them over you, right? This person has really gone above and beyond to play a head game with somebody. And now I think obviously that's the reason why the universe is shutting it down, because the universe is like, you can't do this. Like, you can't play victim and then act like the boss. Play victim, act like the boss. Like, you either are the boss or you're the victim. It's one or the other. Stop acting like you're the victim to get the main lead. That's what they're doing. They want to act like the victim, so then somebody gives them the power to do something. And I think that that's that Father of Cups, giving this Mother of Wands power. It's like power of attorney or power of the household, because of how immature they act. Like, I need this. I need to be in power. Your kids don't like me, so I need to be able to tell them what to do. I need to be able to have authority over them. They disrespect me. They don't like me. Wow. You know, this person, I get that. Like, this person is really blaming children. Like, they're blaming you. Like, obviously you're this Father of Cups child, I think. Whether you're not a child anymore. And that's how I can't believe they're still using the same things to say, considering you're not a child. You're grown up. You're not toxic. You're actually trying to tell the truth. And this person is like crying wolf and running away, crying wolf and running away. And then talking so much shit behind your back that everybody shuts the door on you and nobody figures out the truth. Like, I'm pretty sure you're not in high school, because I'm pretty sure my members are above the age of 20. So who the fuck is acting like they're still in high school? Oh yeah, that's right. A fucking 60-year-old woman. Honestly. And you know, blame it on this Father of Cups, because if they had any fucking brain in that little goddamn size of fucking pea of a head that they had, they would have never listened to this Mother of Wands to begin with, because she's dumb, she's stupid, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she's abusive, and if you don't listen to her, she gets pissed off. That's another reason to say how abusive she is, and what she's saying is actually wrong, because she doesn't want you to go check your facts. She wants you to take her on her word that she's telling the truth and then act upon it. Like, okay, what do you think, you're God? Of course she does. This is why she's very defensive. She pushes people away. She thinks she's the ultimate light. She stands the brightest. She stands the hottest. She stands the tallest. But she's a monster. She's not actually the person that she's claiming to be. She's quite the opposite, to be honest. She's using her fire in bad, where you use the fire to understand danger. She uses fire to control, to demolish. Ace of Swords, Temperance, Father of Wands. Oof. Look at this. So this person claims that they can't temperance their masculine energy, which is why all three of these cards were in reverse. They are lying. They're full of shit. They say that they can't control it. It's uncontrollable. I act this way. I can't control it. They're doing it to me. They're making me act like this. This person should be locked up in a psych ward. If you can't control yourself, if you're honestly going to do things and do actions and make judgments and push your energy out to people and then say it's because you can't control yourself, people just better recognize how much of a lie that truly is. And they most likely won't, but that's fucked up. I can't control myself. I can't. Oh my God, look at Ace of Wands underneath. So, you know what? They say they can't control themselves. They say they can't control this and they can't temper themselves. Hallelujah. 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 And look it. That one is coming back to you because you are ready. And you know what to do with something that you love. So there, and look at this. We came and I started and I said, they're coming after this Three of Pentacles. And there it is right there. There's the Three of Pentacles. And we got the Lovers in reverse. Six of Wands, Mother of Cups. Oh, there's Tower, Death. Oh, Hangman, Son of Cups with the Magician. Ooh, see, the thing is that I think you've been manifesting this for a very long time. I think you've been manifesting taking your share of your power back. Okay. And these people, you know, they could have been saying, for instance, let's just say these people are holding back $40,000 of money from you. Okay. They're just holding it back. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it's there, but they're holding it back. You know why they're holding it back? They're telling everybody you're a child. They're telling lawyers you're a child. They're telling bank advisors you're a child, that you've gone through bankruptcy or that you've lost your money before and that you're a gambling alcoholic and that you're going to spend all this money and they have to keep it from you and they don't want to give it to you. Okay? So you've made it your mission to gain that control back. You just knew that it was going to take you a little bit longer to do this job, which is the whole Rada Bobbitt thing. It was going to take you a little bit longer to say your side of the story, but it doesn't mean that your time isn't going to come where all the cameras now get pointed onto you and now you get to tell your side. All the things you've been doing, everything that happened with them, right? Cameras get turned on and the microphone's in front of you. Now you get to say what happened. This other person, this Queen of Wands, has been talking about this, blah, 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 talking. It's all they've been doing is running their mouth. They're John Wayne Baumbach, running their mouth. And it's been working. But you went quiet and went and talked to the lions. You went and opened up the lion's gate instead. Their portal they opened was you're a lying, toxic piece of shit. Wow. I mean, on today's news of who's who, sure, you could probably gain the attention of a lot of idiots that want to know what happened. But it's just that, they're idiots. They don't care about the story. They don't add to the story. It doesn't matter if they know the truth or not. It doesn't, other people's verdicts don't decide who or what you are. Right? Some people just really like to gossip. That's all it is. Okay? But you had to wait for the time to come for this money to come back. Okay? And it's almost like you come face to face with this father, you know, and you get what you got to say out. You know, like you used your lover, it was actually Lovers in reverse. You used your lover and you were greedy. And you held back things and you took things that weren't supposed to be taken. And now I'm here to collect. I'm here. This person obviously saw infinity in something that either you were doing or what they wanted to do with what you were doing. And they took that help away from you and they took that vision away from you because they took the money away from you. And they took the money away from you because what? They said you weren't going to go to school with it. You weren't going to buy a house with it. You weren't going to invest it in some way. Not everybody invests money. Not everybody puts it into stocks and bonds and RSPs and fucking buys a house. Some people are in the real world, and fucking having $40,000 could change your goddamn life like that. And you don't have to invest it in anything. Who's got time to invest their money? We're living our lives on a daily fucking basis, all trying not to get eaten alive. But yeah, force somebody to invest money so then they can't use it on their day-to-day. Like, it's all about control. It seems like this Mother of Wands is controlling, and it's like, well, they're going to spend the money and they're going to frivolously spend it, and then it's going to be all gone, and then what are they going to do? Well, that's not their fucking problem. They're not God. They don't get to decide and hold back something from you because they think that you're not going to do what's best. No. What it is you're not going to do what they want you to do with it, so they're pissed off about it. And it's almost like they don't want you to speak. They don't want you to spread your wings. They don't want you to expand, explore, because it's going to somehow hurt them. And I think that's, you know what that is unfortunately, that is a lot of people whose parents told them that they would amount to nothing. So they went out and they got themselves hurt to get to a better place, so then they can stick it to their parents when they're older. Quite frankly, I don't have any more energy to go and stick it to my parents. What I say to my parents, I still send them emails all the time about how much they ruined my life. And I'll only ever send them emails about how much they ruined my life. If I got married, or if I had a kid, or if I won the lottery, do you think I would ever rub that in my parents' face? I wouldn't want them to know how great my life is. Do you think I would want them to know? I don't want to stick it to them. I've never wanted to stick it to anybody. I want them to tell the fucking truth about what they did. They're smug about everything they do. I'm not smug. I'm in my truth. I'm in my Ace of Swords. Tell me the truth. I don't want your excuses. I don't want your smugness. I don't want to know how many trips you've taken your fucking wife on when I had medical bills to pay for, but, you know, dad. Right? And the tower's coming down with this death. And to be honest, they're both in reverse, because I feel like this person is going down. You know, this person, these people, this fight breaks out. And the thing is when a fight breaks out, somebody goes left and somebody goes right. And when they're that pissed off about something, they can drive themselves off a cliff. You know, go down, look at their phone, it starts to ring, and they think, fucking, you're calling me already. And they look down and poof, somebody comes out of nowhere and smokes them. You know, like, there is a lot of things that can happen to you if you are basing things out of, like, where you're at right now. Like, where's my current status is right now, and this is how I'm going to react. It's like, that hurts people. That gets you killed, right? And hopefully that happens to these people. If that's what they want to do, if they thought that by taking all your fire away from you, that was going to teach you a lesson, guess what? You know what it taught? It taught the universe how much this person can't control themselves. So it actually did the opposite. It wasn't about controlling you. It was about the universe seeing that that person can now not be trusted, because they take control away from people who are supposed to have that control. So, members, this was an awesome fucking reading, man. I'm so stoked for you. Like, these people are fucked. That is fucking not okay. So, push all that weed to you. To feeling all lovely. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, wait for the next member reading. I love doing these. You know I do. Just always remember, I have to be in a good place for them to come out. So, love you. We're standing in this together, people. Your biggest fan, Whitney Moon.